coming. This is a project that is initiated by Ms. Carolyn Davis, our councilperson, District 7. And the purpose of this tour is to try to facilitate a change in the image of the South Dallas Fair Park area.
The new school will be right here at the corner, and that school will be from there down to Good Latimer. So it's going to be a huge school. So South Fair on this land, and these are called zero-lot houses. And what makes them zero-lot houses, because, and we're going to get out, I'm going to have everybody get out so I can just talk to everybody as we get out on the bus. And so we'll get up here at the corner, and then I'll just kind of have everybody to get out and we can just talk about the development. Now, as you can see, these houses are on zero-lot line houses.
Carver's house, late Dr. Thomas Carver, who was principal of maps. As we approach the corner, Leo Cheney Sr.'s house is on the left and Park Road.
Now, this community here, Stanley Marcus lived on this street of Neva Marcus. The Zales Corporation family also lived on this street as well. And the little history about how South Dallas got started. As you know from history, there was Stanley Marcus and some of the Jewish community got together and raised some money to find, they wanted to find some land so that the Jewish family could all be together. They hired a realtor, and the realtor found this community, South Dallas Fair Park, that we know. You can look at these houses. These houses are still in good shape. The beauty of these, now live in some of the houses. Now we're going to make a left. And this is still a wonderful street. People still come and tour these two streets, believe it or not.
I am so excited because this is what Mrs. Craft, this is her vision, so people could see her legacy, what she left for especially African American people of all races to come and see the work that she did for 50 years when it came to civil rights. In this Juanita Craft house, you have a letter from John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson. You have the evening gown that she wore to the White House. You have Fair Park protest signs. She's the original protest sign from Fair Park is in this house. Her original furniture is here in this house. This house we must become friends of the Juanita Craft house, and so that's what this tour is about today. This here is Louis Cruz. This is one of the model homes for the Bear Street project. All of these homes have been sold, and what we're going to do with the Heart and Soul tour today is to let everybody see the wonderful work in the model home on how it could look inside. So I'm very excited about this.
Compact, neat. The mature trees, I hope they don't destroy them around here, but beautiful new condos, and not condos. I guess they're going to be condos, are they? Okay, townhouses, right, thank you. But they're beautiful.
I think it's a very good area. I think it's a very good concept. However, I do think some bedrooms should be downstairs to accommodate the elderly and those who were not able to make the stairs. That would be my only observation for improvement on the project. I think it's an ideal location. This area has grown tremendously. I was born here in 1947, And I've seen a lot of changes, and this is a very positive one. Thank you.
This is Opportunity Park, and this is one of the parks that was worked on with us by the City of Dallas. Mr. Chamber and some community leaders got together, and we turned this park into a park of African American, talk about some of the history, some of our ancestors, and this is the park where you can go and have a silent moment of Black history.
This is the best clean kept secret in Dallas, this park. A lot of history here. If you look on these poles, you'll see great leaders in education all the way through. And the councilwoman, along with Mr. Cheney, said if in our plan, when we read the name, we want to listen to the music. So you can put your ear right there and listen to the music. If you want to hear what the civil rights people are talking about. But here's what this is about. We want to try to preserve and keep our history here in South Dallas. And people I can't stop bragging on Councilwoman Davis, because she's dedicated. You see, if we don't know what was, we can't appreciate what is. See, it was a time in Dallas, if you look at where she's worked, she's put her tracks, her footsteps, come all the way from Park Row up down to the Bear Street Corner. Her footprints, so little children can see in the next generation, Councilwoman Davis and her daughter can appreciate her mama's work.
We're getting ready to go into Butler Nelson Cemetery. This work was done by the students at Lincoln High School along with Mr. Jerry Chambers. This wrought iron fence you see here, former council member Leo Cheney worked with the schools to ensure that this fence was a part of the cemetery.
But if you look down this line, we own 12 acres of L. Butler Nelson Cemetery property. There's over 1,000 graves in here that we inventory. It's 102 World War I, Spanish War, World War II veterans that's buried in this cemetery. Every year, we have a Veterans Day program in this cemetery where we have roll calls on the 103 veterans that's buried here. Each one of the ROTC
How
students.
many veterans are buried here?
103. World War, Spanish War, World War II, World War I, II are buried here. In roll call, the soldiers are scattered across this beautiful site. When we have roll call, every ROTC student will stand at the graves of the soldiers. And then we call them up one by one. And it's a sight that you ought not to miss. The children were standing, and the sergeant, he called them name by name. And he called them up all the way back to the fence. That's where the soldiers scattered out.
And I am the managing director of ICDC. We're a community-based nonprofit. I see my teacher back there. Hallelujah! Miss Summer, hallelujah! And what we've done, this facility over here, we built from ground up. It's a business assistance center. We build homes in the area. We build with habitat, and we build independent of habitat. We're about to build a satellite center for Children's Medical Center right here on this spot right here to the right. And so we give God all the glory and all the praise because that's a wonderful, there's an exceptional need in the community. We primarily only do work right here in South Dallas proper. We've built over 200 homes. We believe in home ownership opportunities only. We help people to become homeowners. And we have created countless business people where we help people to start and grow their business. And I would love to say right here, the chairman of the board right here is Mr. Rome, who is our chair. Is that Alpha Thomas back there? Hallelujah. And so we're just glad to continue to serve. I am blessed to have people like Mr. Rome and other volunteers to work with me and to work with the community and make it a better place.
Off of Jefferson. They was once on Jefferson Avenue, and I worked to get them over here in this community. I thought it was a fitting, since this is a community where we're trying to enhance history, and Pan-Africa is here. It has books, it has films, it has African American, and this is authentic fabric, it has sculpture, it has everything you want. And sometimes I come to Pan-Africa and just stay here for hours and hours, just reading and looking at some of the artwork. Fabulous store.
Dallas for like 37 years, and this is my first time doing this part of Dallas, and it's wonderful. I've had a wonderful time.
Same thing they're saying. I've been here about 40 years, and like down in Buntown and down on Bear Street and Spring Avenue, all of those places, even the cemetery off of Pine Street, I didn't even know exist. So I am very, very glad I went on the tour. And the next time you have one, call me.
We're wrapping it up for the Heart and Soul tour. This has just been wonderful. We had about 250 people, 4 buses. It's growing, the Heart and Soul tour. I just thank everybody who participated. I want to thank Dr. Payton, Jerry Chambers, and there was a dude, this young brother, he was an intern with Gaither about a year and a half ago, and he was just absolutely wonderful. And then, of course, I want to thank Mr. Lewis Rome and myself, and we kind of gave it a feel of a Southern hospitality. We ended up at Pan-Africa Connection, and people actually patronized her, and she made a lot of money there. And I just want to thank everybody for their involvement in this Heart and Soul tour.
Where would I find such a guy?
Well, what about me?
But what about you?
He was everything to me.
Baby, please, you were always on the hunt. Or at least you always advertised. Eating out, random partners, cleavage in every man's face. Why do you think I wanted you so bad? To be honest, it didn't seem like your man was as important as your job or your cleavage. A little sleep here and there. Terrible diet. It's funny how you tried to change all that once I came along.
That's because when you did come along, you started to drain the life out of me.
The life? The funky attitude that you had that made you think that you were better than anyone else? Yeah, I tried to take it. I mean, who the hell were you?
I was confident. But you don't have to worry about that anymore because you've drained that out of me too.
Everybody for their involvement in this Heart and Soul tour. To next year, hold tab.